Hey everybody, Joe Haygood here, aka mclazyj. We're back. It is Thursday, March 6th. It's a bit of a rainy, kind of weird couple days here in Southern California. So it's made driving and everything kind of interesting. I have been very busy, so I haven't been able to put one of these together, but I wanted to kind of rush one out. And basically, I just wanted to give an update that we are now at our 30-day mark for our cruise. I will put that up here somewhere. And yeah, so 30 days out, big deal. You know, things start to get real. And technically, we're 28 days out because we actually take off that Thursday. I'm actually off of work starting that Thursday. So we fly out, we leave here 9:30 at night. We land right about 5:40, I think, to 5:50 in the morning. You know, the flight's about 4.5 to 5 hours, somewhere in there, and you have that 3-hour time shift. So the idea is we want to do the red eye, and I'm going to time shift that week. So basically what that means is, like on my Mondays, I normally get up at 4 in the morning. So what I'm going to do is every morning I'm going to get up at 4, and I'm going to try to get myself in bed by like 11. So that way, it'll be like me getting up at 7 and going to bed at like 1 or 2 in the morning. So I can be kind of on that schedule when I get to the East Coast. So yeah, we leave that night. And so technically we will be on a plane at 28 days from now. We'll be getting on our plane, flying direct nonstop overnight. We don't get on the boat until that Saturday. So we have a whole day in Miami on that Friday. So we're going to have some fun. Things we have planned, go to South Beach. Got to go to South Beach, right? I want to feel like I'm in Vice City, you know, walking along the boulevard there. I don't know if that's A1A or if that's oceanfront. It's one or the other. But we want to go out there. I want to kind of take some photos and take some video. So that would be really funny. Maybe I'll try to put like a GTA overlay on the screen when I do that just to have some fun with it. From there, we're actually gonna probably go over to South Beach first, because I figure by the time here's our plan. We're gonna land, get our bags. By the time we get our bags and everything, it's gonna be like, you know, you figure by the time you get the bags, get out of the airport area, it's gonna be like 6 to 6:30. We're actually gonna take the airport people mover to the orange line. I think it's the orange line. And the orange line goes right down to the Brickell exit, which is where we need to get off. Our hotel's like literally half a block up from that stop. We're going to drop our bags off, and then we're going to head out. And the goal is to go over to South Beach. I figure by the time we do all that, we drop off the bags, talk to the staff, see if there's any way we can get like an early check-in, like maybe an hour or two early. I'm happy to pay a few extra bucks if we can get in there at like 2 o'clock, or 1 or 2 o'clock instead of like 3 or 4. Forget if our check-in is 3 or 4, but I'd love to get a couple hours early if possible. We're going to go to Bacon Bitch for breakfast over in Miami Beach because that one opens at 8. I was going to go to the one at Bayside. It doesn't open till 10 on Friday. It's weird, but we'll go to the one over on at Miami Beach. It opens at 8. Figure by the time we drop our bags off, get another cab, take it over to Miami Beach or an Uber, whatever. By the time we get over there, it's going to be right around opening time. And we're going to go, like I said, walk around Ocean Beach. We might go check out some sites, maybe go over to Bayside after that for a little bit. I would love to stop by the Dolphin Stadium, but I have to figure out geographically how far away that is because I don't want to blow a bunch of time going all the way over there. We also want to go to the Brickell City Center. I think that's what it is. It's that big kind of outdoor/indoor mall area complex. We want to go there as well. We're actually going to have dinner there at Tacoology. That's our plan. And then from there, we get on the boat. So that's like our kind of, we're going to go see the stadium. We're also going to go to Publix, which is near us, near our hotel, to get a bunch of supplies. I'm trying to fly light with like things like toothpaste and that kind of stuff and just get it when we get there, like get toothpaste and like just get a bunch of travel stuff. That way I can save room in my bags weight-wise for when I want to come back and look, because I'm going to buy a couple bottles of rum and stuff when we are on the islands, especially in Dominican Republic. We have a rum tour, and I want to buy some rum there because it's like super cheap. Like a handle of rum is like really cheap. So we're going to buy several of those, and I'd rather have weight for that. So if I can just buy a bunch of travel stuff and then just ditch it on the way out the door, so be it. The thing that kind of sucks is that American Airlines changed the time of our flight. So originally our flight time was 2:59 to get out of Miami, which is like, that's awesome. Leaving at 2:59 p.m. is fantastic. So it would have meant we essentially would have gotten off the boat and gone straight to the airport. And by the time we got in there, checked our bags, got through TSA. Granted, we have pre-check, but still, you got to go through pre-check, all that stuff. By the time we would have gotten there, it would have been, maybe an hour and a half before we would have had to board. We could just go get some lunch, maybe even get access into the Admirals Club area. It would have been great, right? But now it's like, no, your flight doesn't take off until like 5 o'clock. And it's like, that's a long way. So yeah, our flight's at 5 o'clock now. So 2 hours later. And now it also means we're getting home later. Now I think our flight actually didn't change, our connecting flight. So we don't have a nonstop going back. I don't think our connecting flight changed. So it's shortened our window between the two, but it's going to make it a little bit of a foot race to get from one to the other. Originally we had, I think, about a 2-hour buffer, hour and a half, 2-hour buffer. Now we got like a 50-minute buffer. So it's literally like, we got to get off the plane. We got to go to the other gate and get on the plane. And that's basically it. I mean, it's cool from a sense of, okay, well, we're not going to be sitting around in the airport for a long time. But it also means like I can't go get like a souvenir. Like I like to pick up something like a keychain or something for Seth and them to like just have it. It's like, hey, we're in Austin, So we probably won't have time for that. Seriously, we probably will not have time for that. Unless our gate is like right next door and it's like, oh, yeah, we're coming off at gate 13 and we're getting on at gate 14. Cool. All right. We don't have to go very far. We can go get a souvenir and come back real fast. But yeah, it's basically going to be off one plane, right onto the other. Barring, like I said, our gate being like literally right there. That never works out. I've had one of these kind of layovers too, where I had a switch years ago where I flew into O'Hare from LAX and had to transfer from a plane that was going to go into Providence. And I had a 50-minute transfer window there as well. And at first I'm like, oh, that's no big deal, man. I'm going to have a little bit of time to like hang out. I'll be in Chicago. It'll be cool. Like I can just kind of be happy about being in Chicago. I'm not going to be able to leave the airport, but I thought at least I'd be able to just enjoy being, in the city that has my favorite baseball team in it. No. Because literally it took me, by the time I walked from one American terminal gate to where my gate was, because of how big that freaking airport is, I literally walked from there, and by the time I got there, it was time to board. So that was a bummer. That was a big bummer. So, it happens though. It's the way it is. But yeah, I'm really looking forward. And it was sucked because in comparison, that flight, when I flew from LAX to O'Hare, I was in a plane that was probably a quarter to a half full. It was a 767, might have been a 757, one or the other. But like I had a whole row, just kicked back the whole row to myself. Just like, yeah. It was great. 3 seats, all to myself. Fantastic, right? Get on the next flight from Chicago to Providence. And I think that was like, I wanted to say it was like a 727. This is a long time ago. This is the 90s. And that plane was just packed and had the worst turbulence I've ever been in. Plane bounced all over the place, half the flight. It was terrible. Terrifying flight. Scared the shit out of me. Probably was part of the reason I hated flying for so long. But anyways, I digress. But point is, yeah, we're getting there. We're ready. It's time. We've got our dinners booked, got our brunches booked, got plans for our evening entertainment for the most part. We have our shore excursion for Dominican Republic. Have ideas and plans for Puerto Rico, San Juan. Jeez, wow. Yeah, so we're not going to do a short excursion in Puerto Rico, but we're going to have we have a plenty of time there. We come in at I think it's 12 local time, 11 o'clock ship time because they don't switch the time, and you get back on you have to be, and they leave by 10 p.m., which ship time is 9 p.m. So the good thing is we just have to be on by, that time. We've got, and there's a bunch of things we want to do. Like there's the Pigeon Park. I want to go to Yayo's and get some mofongo, and we're going to go to tour downtown, the fort, the big fort. And I don't know if we're going to pay and do the admission and go in and do it, or just kind of walk around the exterior on the outside on the top deck. Go to Flag Street, do some souvenir shopping, and kind of see some of the other sites. I've got them bookmarked, so I don't have them all off the top of my head. And then St. Croix, we have a car. We're going to drive around the island. And then Bimini is just a beach club. We could go to shop down at the shops area, so we might take the tram down there and kind of, before we go back to the ship, kind of ride down and check out the shops and then catch a tram back, just to do some souvenir shopping from the Bahamas. Kind of want to get some stuff from all of our stops and do that. So that'll be fun. But yeah, I hope that update was worthwhile. Sorry it took so long. I'm hoping that the audio is working right with this. I am using my... Oh, man. I have a blue light, so it says I'm connected. I'm using my new phone, which has the iPhone has a USB-C mount instead of the old Lightning, so I had to use a different adapter. I haven't had a chance to test it. This literally just was me going live. Bam. So hopefully the audio from this is picking up. If not, I apologize. But yeah, looking forward, looking excited, ready to do this. Looking forward to having a nice break after having a very chaotic and hectic first quarter at work. And then it's back to the grind until our next cruise, which is like 189 days away from today, which is pretty crazy. That one's creeping up. That one started. What's funny is we booked that. It was 489 days. It's been 300 days since we booked that cruise. That's crazy to think about. 300 days has passed since we booked that cruise. Crazy. Exciting, though. And yeah, we're just going to keep doing our travel. So, again, if you're enjoying the channel, check out some of the content. Like I said, it's mostly video game focused, but I am starting to integrate some more traveling stuff and more walkarounds, that kind of stuff. If you're enjoying the content, check it out. Watch some videos. Watch some of the live streams. And if you like it, give it a like, follow, subscribe. I would appreciate that. You can hit the bell to get notifications when I go live or when new content posts. And you know what is even better right now? It's all free. Even when I think I can actually do paid subscriptions, it'll probably end up being mostly free. I might have some sort of subscription tier and try to put something together for that. But I'll be honest, I don't really have the time to put together a bunch of bloopers. So we are shooting for 1,000 followers, so you can help us reach that goal. But again, check out the content, see if it's something you like. I don't want you to follow just out of obligation. I've come to learn that doing follow for follow stuff is stupid and pointless because, unless you're honestly going to go view people's channels all the time and they're going to view yours all the time, it doesn't really do anything. Follows don't mean anything if you don't have the numbers and the viewship and the view time to go with it. So I would rather have somebody join me and follow me. I'd rather lose access to 10 followers and get one that's actually watching content on a regular basis. It's true. I'll be honest. If I have one viewer that's watching 10 hours of material a week, It's a lot more valuable than gaining 10, 15, 20 followers and they watch 2 minutes of video a week. Even by volume, that one person's bringing more views in than, the 20 others that are bringing me in maybe 40 minutes of viewing time in a week. So think about that, food for thought. Anyways, till next time. Thanks, everybody. Bye.